Every single year, humanity spends billions of dollars paying for the consumption of alcohol on the one hand. On the other hand, humanity spends billions of dollars paying for the treatment of alcohol-induced diseases. The truth most people don't know is every single year, 3.3 million people die from alcohol-induced diseases, and we still call alcohol celebration. What most people don't know is that alcohol kills more people than the world's deadliest diseases. Alcohol kills more people than malaria, than diabetes, than tuberculosis. And most people don't know this and consume alcohol as if alcohol is risk-free. In this video, we are going to look at what alcohol does to your health, to your wealth, and why it matters. The World Health Organization says plainly, no level of alcohol is risk-free or neutral, and here's why. You see, alcohol is a substance that has dual solubility. Most substances are either water-soluble or fat-soluble or oil-soluble. Alcohol has dual solubility. That means it's soluble in water, it's also soluble in oil, and because of that, immediately you inject alcohol and it touches any organ, any body tissue, it penetrates it at a speed that few other substances can because of the molecular structure of alcohol. So alcohol has dual solubility. It can penetrate your body at a speed that other substances cannot, because other substances are either water soluble or oil soluble, but alcohol has dual solubility. So you cannot say that minimum or small, in quotes, doses of alcohol is safe. This is not what I think. This is not religion. This is reality. This is World Health Organization statement. No level of alcohol is safe, and you can check this. No level of alcohol is neutral. No level of alcohol is harmless. Every level of alcohol that comes in contact with your body tissue, with your organs, harms your organs, and this effect compounds over time. The second thing you must know is that alcohol is a major cause of liver disease, and I'm going to say that again. Alcohol is a major cause of liver disease. You see, when you inject alcohol, your body cannot store it as alcohol, so your liver processes alcohol and turns it into what we call acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is also converted into what we call acetate, which is actually poisonous. Acetaldehyde is a toxin and a poison that harms the body. You see, the process of your body turning alcohol into acetaldehyde and acetate starts to scare the cells of your liver. And when the cells of your liver is scared, at a certain stage, it leads to what we call alcohol-induced hepatitis. Alcohol-induced hepatitis is a first step, is a first stage leading to what we call fibrosis. Fibrosis is the second step also to what we call liver cirrhosis. So most times people develop alcohol-induced hepatitis without knowing that they have already an illness. It could be in you and be silent. A lot of people who are heavily into alcohol over time develop what we call alcohol-induced hepatitis. Alcohol-induced hepatitis, when not treated, could lead to fibrosis, and fibrosis finally leads to cirrhosis, liver cirrhosis, which kills a lot of young people, even people less than 30 years of age. A lot of people don't know that their body, their liver is already developing these diseases because it's silent, because it's compounding over time, because sometimes it doesn't give you any signs to know that your body is already being attacked. Unfortunately, in some cases, your body may not go through the process of having alcohol-induced hepatitis or fibrosis and then to cirrhosis. It just goes from stage 1 to cirrhosis, and you have a destroyed liver, and your liver is damaged, and it could lead to death, sometimes sudden death, and mostly premature death. The third point we want to look at very closely is the fact that the effect of alcohol extends beyond the drinking individual. Somebody drinks alcohol, but the implication, the effects, what it does goes beyond that person. For instance, road traffic accident. A lot of the road traffic accidents that happen on our roads, if you check, most of the people that are involved are either drunk or in different degrees of being drunk. If you check their body, if you test them, you find out that they have some level of alcohol in their bloodstream. And so a lot of accidents can be avoided if people are not drinking alcohol while they are driving. Again, we know very well that a lot of domestic accidents, a lot of breakdown in family, in homes, in marriages, a lot of these breakdown are also attributable to alcohol consumption. And the people that are suffering these breakdowns are not the people that drink the alcohol. Maybe a man drinks alcohol, maybe a woman drinks alcohol, and then the family breaks down, the children will suffer. The partner who is not drinking alcohol will also suffer. Everybody in the family suffers when the family breaks down, when a marriage breaks down, When there's problem at work or anywhere, maybe one person drank. Everybody's going to pay a price for the alcohol that some other person drank. A lot of the rape that also happen in our society happens because people are drunk. People rape people. People do violent rape because of alcohol. And the people that is raped, or the person who is raped, did not drink alcohol. Somebody who drank alcohol runs into somebody who did not drink alcohol and rapes them. So the point we are making is a lot of people suffer the consequences of alcohol even more than the person who drank the alcohol. A lot of us in one way or the other have suffered from the alcohol that some other person drank, either on road traffic or in our homes or in our workplaces or in different places. You didn't drink the alcohol. You didn't even know somebody was drunk, but you could suffer. You could be a victim of another person's alcohol consumption. Fourth point we're going to look at is we have several reports that show that a lot of families spend more on alcohol than they spend on milk, on egg, and on bread. Let me say that again. So many families, not just in Africa, even in Europe and America, spend more on alcohol than they spend on milk, on egg, and on bread. In other words, the total amount of money, family expenditure that goes to alcohol in a single month will buy more bread, more egg, and more milk. We also have reports that show that a lot of families buy alcohol instead of buying books. They buy alcohol instead of buying medication. And some men actually, unfortunately, spend more on alcohol than on their car. What some men spend on alcohol can pay for a down payment on a car. Maybe they're paying $400 every month on a car, or $300 every month on a car. They spend more than that on drinking alcohol in that month. So think about what will happen if some men save or can save the same amount they spend on alcohol. They save it every month, compound it for a year, and then 10 years, and then maybe 20 years. Maybe instead of buying alcohol, they are buying shares, common shares of companies. They are buying exchange traded fund. They are buying mutual fund. They are buying something that is reasonable. They are buying some form of real estate. It will make them far wealthier instead of the poverty that alcohol will push them into. A lot of people are being pushed into alcohol on a daily basis because that the money they should be investing in buying common stock, in buying exchange traded funds, in buying mutual funds, in investing in other things. They are buying alcohol. I don't want to say they're investing in their debt, but it's similar to that. When you are buying alcohol, you are investing in your debt instead of investing in shares, investing in things that will help you to retire. So a lot of families are spending so much on alcohol, especially where both father and mother are drinking. A large quantity, a large percentage of the family income is spent on alcohol, and it ruins these families. Finally, we want to talk about the fact that alcohol addiction is a growing epidemic. Alcohol addiction or alcohol use disorder is growing globally. It's not just growing in Africa or in America or in Europe. Is growing globally. A lot of people at the peak of their career, between their 30s and their 50s, are consuming so much alcohol that sometimes they are unable to go to work. And when they go to work, they are unable to function at their peak because of alcohol consumption. We also know that over 500 million people globally are addicted to alcohol. What does that mean? That means they cannot function without alcohol. They must drink some alcohol every time, in the morning, in the afternoon. Before the alcohol they drank in the night clears, they start to drink more in the morning. So many people, like 7% of people 50 years and above, struggle with alcohol globally. And that's a stunning statistics. 7% of all people 50 years and above are struggling with alcohol. And we still call alcohol celebration. Everywhere we gather, people want to gather with alcohol. People buy alcohol and call it celebration. But alcohol is killing people at a slow pace. Alcohol is killing people at a silent pace. We have already seen from the beginning that alcohol is one of the biggest killers, more than diabetes, more than malaria, more than tuberculosis, more than some of the diseases that we talk about every day, and we tremble when we talk about them. What we don't know is that alcohol is killing more people than these diseases, and a lot of people are addicted to alcohol. These people want to be delivered from alcohol addiction. They want to be set free, but a lot of them cannot be set free because they have tried. They have tried going to therapy. They have tried going to Alcohol Anonymous. They have tried a lot of things, and then they come back after a while. Sometimes they have a respite. Sometimes there's a relief, but then after a while they come back again to alcohol. I want to point you to something that gives you an eternal hope. If you want to be set free from the addiction of alcohol, if you want to be set free from alcohol use disorder, I'm going to show you somebody who will help you to be free, and that person is Jesus Christ. The Bible says, if any man be in Christ, is a new creature. If you come to God, He says, no matter how your sin is, I will cleanse you and it will be white as snow. God will set you free from alcohol. alcohol. Bible says, whoever the Son shall set free shall be free indeed. You struggle with alcohol, it's time for you to bring your alcohol to Jesus Christ, and he will set free from alcohol, and you have a new life, and you start to live a life that is healthy, that is wealthy, and that is promising. I want to make very clear that this video is not to condemn people who drink alcohol or to show that they are hopeless. Very far from that. What this video is doing is to show you the consequences of consuming alcohol. That drinking alcohol is a choice, but it's a choice that has consequences, sometimes very unwelcome consequences that are not very comfortable. A lot of people struggle with alcohol. We want to show you that these consequences, you can be set free from them. So don't think that this video is to condemn, that this video is to shame. No, it's not to shame, it's to shield you from the final consequences of consuming alcohol. If this message has ministered to you, I want you to share with everybody who is struggling with alcohol, or even people who are not struggling with alcohol, so they don't go into struggling with alcohol. If you're a returning viewer, don't forget to subscribe. If you are new to this channel, my name is Forward, JP Forward. See you in the next one.